So the whole churning of the ocean, it is the churning of the mind itself. So first thing that come out is poison. When you go in silence, you see, it's beautiful how beautiful words you have put on, but actually silence can be very traumatizing. Because you see, you never take time to look at yourself because you think of yourself being so great.
No.
Yeah? You think of yourself being, yeah, but everybody thinks of that. Perfect in everything. You are the best of everything. But when you sit in silence and observe you, nobody else is pointing finger towards you. Nobody else is telling you how you are. But you are telling yourself. You are looking at yourself. You know, you're not judging yourself, but you're just facing the truth about yourself. That's what awake first. Halahal is that poison which is deep hidden inside the mind. So when you go in silence, it's only the mind that change its trajectory. The action keep happening the same way, but the focus of the mind change itself. So then you are faced with a different reality, a reality which you have never want to look at. So then you realize, yes, okay, spirituality talk about the mind. We have a mind, we have a body, we have an intellect. We know we have a soul somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere in this body there must be something that give energy to that body to move. Without that, it will not move. So that aspect of realizing that there is something inside which generate that energy, which is called the Atma, the self. The self in itself is an ocean of quietness. That's why when you look at saints, when they come to the point of realization, when we call realization, actually it is called the Great Silence Awakening. So the Great Silence means you can be in the world, in the middle of New York, you can be doing anything, but inside you're peaceful. Nothing moves you. Whereas when your mind is busy, you know, you're full of expectation, you're full of desires. So then you become a slave to that. You see, the mind is like this. Somebody asked me a question. How is the mind, probably you remember, the mind of the saints and sadhus and the mind of people? The mind is the same. There's only one mind. There's no two minds. Thank God, but there's only one mind. Imagine there will be two minds. What catastrophe will be. So, you will be even more clever. Say, God, okay, take this one for you and this one I keep for me. With everything that you have too, you do that. So here I've given only one mind. So this mind in itself transforms itself. Like they said, if you focus it into the world, you become a slave of the world. But if you focus it towards God, you attain Him. So the saints, for example, their mind, they can do anything, but the attachment is not there. Whereas you, when you do something, when your mind is very active, when you do something, what happens? You attach to yourself. Your mind gets attached to things what you do.
Forget God.
So due to that, the world becomes your reality. Whereas the saint, the mind is attached to the divine, so they can do anything, nothing can move them. So this is the state of the great silence. When the mind enter the quiet state, which is, that's what we say, the heart. You know, when people talk about the heart, very often I've seen people talking about the heart, you know, they think that it is the physical heart. There's nothing to do with the physical heart. It's nothing to do with the heart chakra itself. What it has to do is with the positive side of your mind. Actually, the predominated side of the mind, it's more turned towards the outside reality. But a very little fraction is turned towards spirituality. That's why you have 7-point-something billion of human beings on earth, but very few really attain that state. That's why Krishna said in the Gita, out of millions, only few will attain me. And among the few, only 1 or 2 know me for real. That he said in the Gita, clearly. Many will attain, out of millions, billions, maybe how many? 70,000, 7,000 people will attain that state, for example. But out of that, only 2 or 3 will really know him for real. Why? Because their mind is fully surrendered. Sharanagati. And Bhagavatam, when we look at, it's full of it. All the saints, what we read, Prahlad, Dhruva Maharaj, Draupadi, and all of them, you will see that all of them, their mind is fully absorbed into Srimad Narayana.